Darren, how's Michael pulled up this morning, and is he in contention for Saturday night still?
Pulled up really well, and no, he's not playing Saturday. So there you go. How's that? Happy the way he pulled up, and yeah, really happy with his progress. We're going to stick with the plan, and he'll play against Bangladesh.
Are you happy with the way everything's gone, and just it was too soon, I suppose, to...
Really happy with the way it's gone. So the way he batted, ran, fielded, bowled, yeah, ticked all the boxes. So good solid week, and get prepared for Bangladesh. You got 3 questions or 1 or?
Sorry.
It's all right. Keep going. Sorry.
Just with when he is back, Darren, like will you want him to bowl during these matches?
Yeah, we do. Obviously, being a left armer and taking the ball away is another advantage for him, and some of the wickets we're playing will spin. He'll bowl at the right times, as he normally does. He's a very astute leader in that regard. So when he comes back, he'll bowl depending on the situation of the game.
Back here. Michael, did he have to be persuaded not to play, or did you twist his arm and say, no, you can't get out there, Michael? Was he very keen to get out there? Or?
He's very keen to play, but we've got to make sure when he gets back, he's ready to go, and he will be come next Saturday or Saturday week.
Hi, Darren. Just as far as this game is concerned, the atmosphere, full house, England, Australia. Do you think it'd be an intimidating atmosphere for England to play in?
Well, I hope so. I hope a lot of Australians come out to watch that first game. 90,000 people is going to be fantastic to see. It's a World Cup opener. Obviously, there's one going on in New Zealand at the same time. They'll both be packed houses. So players are going to be in for a thrill. It's going to be exciting times for both teams. And hopefully we get great support out there, which I'm sure we will.
And what about the spirit of the game? I mean, the ICC are very keen to sort of clamp down on anything untoward, really, given the rivalry, that will be renewed. Do you think the spirit of the game will be okay? Yeah,
very much so. Both teams have played hard in the Tri Series when we've come up against each other, and during the Ashes series. So that won't change come Saturday, I'm sure.
Darren, at the 2011 World Cup, Yuvraj Singh had a huge impact, with his spin this time around because it's Australia and New Zealand conditions. How well placed do you feel compared to your rivals, considering you've got Mitch Marsh, Shane Watson, and maybe even James Faulkner towards the end being able to bowl seam from the middle order?
Yeah, it's a bit of an advantage for us with all our all-rounders. Obviously, that's the balance of the side we've gone with in selecting the squad. It gives you a few more options. The wickets traditionally don't spin a lot here. They may spin a bit in New Zealand, for example, but here they're good cricket wickets. They'll be high scoring, so the quality of bowlers have got to be there, so we're at an advantage there with those 3.
Darren, just back to Michael Clarke, the decision-making process, was it you, the medical staff, the selectors? How did it all come about to make sure that he was categorically ruled out?
Everyone sitting around talking about it and making sure we make the right decision, which we're really comfortable with.
He state his case and really push you and beg and plead, or was he pretty happy to take the umpire's call?
Chat. Yeah, he's obviously respectful of what we're trying to do, get him right, and he's a quality player and a quality leader. So whilst we would have loved to have him available for this game, we're making sure he's 100% ready to go for Bangladesh.
Everyone was talking about this fitness test, I suppose, that Michael would have to pass next week to play against Bangladesh. Is that still to come, or has he already passed?
No, he's still been ticking those off along the way. So he's got a few tests today to do, but he'll pass those, no dramas. And then, it's making sure he gets into the fielding side of it, and then next week and just ticks that off, and away we go.
Just one final one for me. The fielding last night, practice game was really sharp, and just in a World Cup, how important is that for you guys as a fielding team to really?
Very important. I think in World Cups, the history shows if you're the best fielding side in the World Cup, you go a long way to winning it. So we've just got to worry about fielding well come Saturday first and foremost. We don't look too far ahead, but over a whole World Cup, you've got to make sure you're the best fielding side out there. And very impressive couple of trial games and Tri-Series we fielded well, so that's pleasing.
With the World Cup in your own backyard, Darren, is there extra pressure on the team to try and win here, now you're on home soil?
I think there's pressure on every team in any World Cup, wherever you're playing, to win. So for us, it's about embracing in our own country and getting the support from the crowd and entertaining them and playing the brand of cricket we have done over the last sort of 18 months in the one-day format. So if we do that, the results will look after themselves. We don't look any further ahead than England and looking forward to great crowd support and putting on a good show.
What would it mean to you to coach a side to World Cup victory if you can do that?
Oh, that's a long way off. So again, I'm only worried about England first game, and it's an important first game for every side in the World Cup to get the competition and all the campaign off to the right note. So I'll worry about that at the back end.
And can I just a lot of talk about Michael Clarke, but James Faulkner, what's the latest on him? We saw him doing laps of the ground today.
Yeah, he's batting comfortably now, so that's a good sign for us. Again, we're just dictated by the medical team at the moment with that, and hopefully he'll resume bowling very shortly. So we'll wait and see on that one.
Mitchell Johnson swinging the ball at the moment, and were you surprised for England's captain to come out and say any bowler could have taken the wickets that he did in that Tri-Series final?
Oh, I thought he bowled really well. He swung it a bit last night, which was pleasing. He bowled very well in that comeback game in Perth. I think he got 3 wickets and was on a hat-trick at one stage, and not worried about what other people say about our players. We just play the game.
Surprised at all that, like a captain in particular, would be making?
He's entitled to his opinion.
David Warner having a few code of conduct violations. Are you concerned at all that teams might try to bait him to, obviously, one slip up and he's going to miss a game?
David will do the right thing.
The last three, GC at the back and Pete.
Darren, Owen Morgan started the summer with a century against you. Do you see it more of an issue that, I guess, coming into this tournament, you've got a new captain who's coming in with that pressure in a World Cup with a string of single-figure scores to his name?
You're talking about the England captain?
Yeah.
Do I see it as a problem, or?
Do you see it as a bigger issue that even though he got a century against you, he's actually coming into the tournament with,
okay.
Very more recently?
Oh, look, he's a good player. So, I'd like him to continue that run against us on Saturday. But, he's a fine player, so we'll come up with our plans as we have in the Tri-Series, and they seem to work, and see what happens on Saturday.
Darren, just on Faulkner, would you consider playing him as a bat alone if you said he hasn't started bowling yet?
Yeah, we'll look at those options. Again, depending on where we're playing, what the conditions are like, and who we're playing is probably the key. So we'll look at all those.
Last one, Pete.
It's been a long summer and it's a long World Cup. Do you have strategies in place to stop the players going mad?
Yeah, very much so. Give them a few days off here and there where possible, but also embrace where we're going. We go to New Zealand, so we're all going early to New Zealand and have a couple of days seeing the culture of New Zealand. I'm sure they'll be getting stuck into us while we're there, but enjoy the atmosphere of the whole 6 to 8 weeks. And that's the big thing for us. We know, I think the first 3 Saturdays we play, so there's a big gap in between. We'll work out what we're doing through there as we go, but you've got to get away from the game as well. We'll have enough training time leading into the matches. We've had a long summer, as I said, but it's exciting now. It's changed, obviously, with the ICC and the rules and regulations, different hotels and all that, so it's quite exciting for us. And we've had some great past players come and speak to us over the last few weeks about the atmosphere of World Cups, and that's been pleasing. So lads are in a really good spot. We're ready to go, and we'll enjoy the whole setup.